Hey everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you're all doing well out there. We got a fantastic music show on tap for you today from our Newburyport studios, the great Ward Hayden and the Outliers.
I don't know why I called you, baby. A lack of judgment in my brain. You're the only girl without a heart who can leave me in such a way. I got lonely when my phone stopped ringing. My words carried away. All of my self-respect, honey, is on a message in refrain. Marianne, in this nobody wins. Marianne, I ain't going through that again. Marianne, come home. Long look in the mirror, honey. Changed my hair and put on new clothes. There ain't nothing I can do to change your mind. I guess that's just the way this goes. From the speaker to my ear, honey, a voice 1,000 miles away. The word captured our better times so clear, like I'd lived out every phrase. Marianne, in this nobody wins. Marianne, I ain't going through that again. Marianne, I don't wanna be alone. Marianne, come home. Marianne, in this nobody wins. Marianne, I ain't going through that again. Marianne, I don't wanna be alone. Marianne, oh Marianne, Marianne, come home.
Hey, Ward Hayden and the Outliers, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you're all doing well out there. Hey boys, how are you?
Doing well, Drew.
Good. Ward Hayden, Greg Hall in the house here. The duo of the band is bigger. We get the duo team here today, which is great. Thank you guys so much for making the trip. I know a lot of driving for you today. I know we appreciate you coming to see Newburyport. Not your first time in Newburyport. You've got a little history here, right?
Love this town, actually. Yeah. Always like coming up here to Newburyport, and as we were saying earlier, we might get a North Shore beef.
That's not a might. That is we are going.
Yeah, that was more than
That's a sure thing.
That was more than a might the last time I heard. So, how do you do it, by the way? Do you do it with is it cheese sauce?
Three-way.
You do the three-way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The cheese sauce and mayo. Yes.
Yeah.
Same. Do you do the same?
I might go fish sandwich today.
Wow.
Yeah, breaking the mold
So
here.
this is really about Greg, is the beef thing. Okay.
He's been talking about this for a while.
Been talking about it for
Yeah.
a little while, yeah.
Center the whole tour around where we can get a.
All of our promo is going to be done in the North Shore for this album.
Oh, that's too
Just
good.
by chance. Just by chance.
Well, so great to have you guys on. We have I've been a fan for a while. I remember seeing you guys at Boston Calling there, which was a great day. I think you guys had one of those really hot days, if I remember correctly, playing on stage there. But you rocked the place. It was my first experience, and I know once you kind of see the Ward Hayden and the Outliers, you're kind of on board for good. I think that's kind of the story, right? So
We hope so. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to cultivate an ever-growing following.
it is true, though. Once you you guys have a lot of esteem, a lot of talk. People tend to. It's nice to be a band that's known for their live performances, right? Which is not that you're recording stuff, but you know those bands that are like nothing better than a band that can take that stuff out, and you go to a show and you're like, I love that band live.
It's a great compliment that we get at the merch table all the time, where people are like, "We like your records, but the live show can't be beat."
Yeah.
And it's one of those funny compliments, but we love that compliment.
Yeah.
It means we're doing something well on the stage. So
Yeah, connecting with the audience as a front man, you get that ability. I don't know if is it something you're born with, or what's the?
No, I was really shy growing up, and then, but I've come to really appreciate storytelling.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I'm sitting here looking at the Weavers up there, and I love Pete Seeger.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It makes the songs something more. I think when you're able to tell a story, maybe not reveal too much, let the song do its thing as well. But I've really come to like public speaking and actually getting to connect with an audience that way.
They do say, right? Isn't it like the number one fear of people, like next to death or
Before
something?
Oh yeah, before death.
it's number 2.
I shared that fear.
Really? So
my,
it was that bad?
Oh yeah, my two biggest fears, like until my early 20s, were public speaking, and then I had a huge fear of singing the national anthem. And
Hard song to sing, right?
well, and you see people do it on TV, and it can be hit or miss. It's a challenging song. It's a meaningful song. You want to do it right. You want to do it justice. And some years ago now, we got to do it at Gillette Stadium before a Patriots game, and the echo in that stadium was like, I mean, we were hearing what we sang like 5 seconds later. And after we were done, the producer who does all the stuff for the Patriots, they were like, yeah, usually people wear in-ear monitors. And I was like, something that could have been brought to my attention yesterday, because it was wild.
What do you do a sound check like with an empty place at first? Or?
You do,
Okay.
and that was even crazier because I mean, you are literally hearing like music you made 5 seconds ago coming back at you, and it's loud. And it was easier when people were in there, like, and then the whole crowd starts singing by the end of it. So like, then you feel supported.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So that was a good experience then. Very nice.
It was, and I was glad to conquer that one because I wanted to overcome that.
So they
fear.
call you to do a Red Sox game at Fenway. You're on board, or?
In fact, if anyone is listening who has any association with the Red Sox, we would love to do that.
We'll do a Celtics game too.
Just you want to cover it all. Yeah.
I want the free tickets.
That's a tough. We were talking earlier. That's a tough ticket these days.
Yeah,
those
totally.
Celtics. They're looking good. Again, Ward Hayden and the Outliers in the house here. Thanks to our producer Maeve Power, who my schedule is all over the place this week, and God bless that woman. Maeve has done a great job dealing with me, which is a recurring theme on this show, having to deal with me. Thank you, Maeve, for all your good work. We appreciate that. Ward Hayden and the Outliers. If you have not seen them, if you've not heard their music, it's a little bit of folk, it's a little bit of country, but it's also rock and roll. I know I said that to you earlier, and you said to me, "Good, I like that. That's good."
Those three things I think are core components of what we're doing.
There you go. Do you prefer to three things: writing, producing, and playing live? How do you rank them? What's one being the thing you like to do best?
Playing live.
Playing live, yeah.
I mean, there's just so much involved in playing live, and like you guys were saying, nothing beats being in the room.
Sure.
When live music is being made, there's an energy there that cannot be replicated through anything else.
Yeah.
But more and more, I've been warming up to the studio. I mean, we've done a number of albums. Greg and I we produced or co-produced the upcoming 2 new albums, and
momentarily, it's a good segue.
and getting to sit in the producer's chair has really changed my perspective. Like being able to have a vision and then see that vision materialize has been really nice.
So you're liking that?
Yeah, you know, because you're always chasing something with music, and when you're in the producer's chair, you really have control of the destiny of that project. And I've worked with some really good producers, and I've loved what they've brought. They've brought things that I didn't, you know, and I think that's a sign of it that you're working with the right producers. They bring in ideas and elements that you wouldn't think of. But for the 2 new albums, like the one you're holding there, Little by Little,
Here it is.
we had vision for this project, and we wanted to see it through, and we want to make that vision into something real.
All right. Well, our longtime listeners on this show know that I am also a diehard Bruce Springsteen fan, and this album it started with 2 Bruce songs that you guys wanted to do as a band, and it turned into 8 on this album. And it's going to be 8 on the next 16 songs.
16 for Springsteen.
No, I like that. That's good. It's got a good ring to it, actually. So, did you enjoy making it? I mean, was it as much fun as you thought it would be when you entered into this?
I think it exceeded expectations, honestly, and I don't say that lightly. I mean, we were a little intimidated when it began because, Bruce Springsteen is Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
And it's like Creedence Clearwater Revival. Some things are hard to cover because they're big shoes to fill. So our mindset right out of the gate was like, we can't chase the way he did it. We have to do it our style. And at the same time, really try to take meaningful songs and songs that were meaningful to us and make them in a way that we hope matters to listeners as well. That I think he wrote so many songs that are important and are important to a lot of people. I think he's built a massive audience, and we're hoping to reach some of those people.
I love it. You want to take that and give us a little taste here?
Yeah, let's try Used Cars.
Used Cars.
All right. A little taste here of the new Springsteen. How do I refer to that? I don't want to get it wrong.
New Outliers Springsteen album.
Yep.
Little by little. It's our thank you note to the boss.
I'm going to steal that. That's good. Perfect. If we're I might as well get it right? If we're going to do it that way. Sorry, Maeve. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. With the little thank you note to the boss, as Ward always says. Ward, Hayden, and the Outliers here covering Springsteen.
My sister's in the front seat with an ice cream cone. My ma's in the back seat sitting all alone. 'Cause my pa steers her slow out of the lot for a test drive down Michigan Avenue. My ma, she fingers wedding band. She watches the salesman staring at my old man's hand. He's telling us all about the break he'd give us if he could, but he just can't. Oh, if I could, I swear I know just what I'd do. Mr. The day my number comes in, I ain't never gonna ride no used car again. Now the neighbors come from near and far to see us pull up in our brand new used car. I wish you'd just hit the gas and let out a cry. Tell them all they could kiss our asses goodbye. Woo! Now my daddy sweats the same job from morning till morn. Me, I walk home on the same dirty streets I was born. Now up the block I can hear my sister in the front seat blowing that horn. Sounds echoing all down Michigan Avenue. Mr. The day lottery I win, I ain't never gonna ride no used car again. Mr. The day lottery I win, I ain't never gonna ride no used car again. Oh yeah, I ain't never gonna ride no used car again.
There it is, Ward Hayden and the Outliers. Used car, and very nice choice. That must have been hard, man, for this project, getting the right songs, or depending on what day of the week it is, right? Jeez.
It was. Like, what a catalog, and like what a catalog to dive into. It, like, as a fan, it really was awesome. Like, I mean, we just like immersed ourselves in Bruce Springsteen for like probably 6 months, and even at the end of it, like we'd recorded 15. Yeah. And then the very last day in the studio was just Greg and I, and we were working with one of the engineers, and we actually had him fire up the studio one last time. We got back in there and did one more song. It was like we had such a hard time stopping. I mean, we were just enjoying it, and we were getting a lot out of it, and like I told you earlier how Greg had actually given me Springsteen's autobiography. Yeah. And then I did a very bad job reading it, but then as I was complaining about reading it, someone gifted me the book on tape. Yes. And then once I had those stories, there were even more songs that I all the guys were like, Ward, you gotta, we have to cap this at some point. At some point, enough's enough. We gotta. So 16 for Springsteen.
What was the 16th? What was the one that kept calling you?
What was it? The last day. Which one did we end up doing? We did Reason to Believe.
Oh yeah.
We ended up doing Reason to Believe on the and it was Greg on his upright bass. Like the recording ended up being led by upright bass. Oh wow. Yeah, we really approached that one in an interesting way. The guitar is a very basic strum, and what ended up being the track on the record is live, unedited, of Greg and I. No kidding. Playing. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was like
it's like you hear everyone watch that Beatles documentary and you see a song come together in the studio, and that was kind of we haven't thought about it before. Ward knew we wanted to do it, so I learned the chords in the moment. 15 minutes before we tracked it, and then that's what we did.
And I actually had a whole other idea for it. Like, I wanted to take that song in a whole other direction. Like, I wanted to make a rock and roll song out of it. Yeah. And then Greg had the idea to strip it way, way down and have the upright bass be the lead instrument.
Do you have it in your back pocket? A little just taste for people that you don't have to be the
I don't have.
You don't. I was just wondering if you could just pull out some of that magic that I had from you guys from the studio. I'm always curious about that.
Do you have a minute for me? Because I actually do have it.
Yeah. Keep going. I'll tell the Bruce story actually on Reason to Believe. When I saw him at the we were talking a lot about seeing him solo and stuff, and I had seen a lot of shows that way with Springsteen. He did Reason to Believe on a bullet mic.
Oh wow!
I don't even know what exactly makes up a bullet mic.
Like the harmonica mics, right?
Yeah.
Like that people use on harmonica.
And it's to the point where he opened with it a few times for shows, and I remember thinking, that's Reason to Believe.
Oh, that's so
very
cool.
Interesting.
It's one thing I'm really proud of on this collection of 16 songs is, of course, there's some hits that everyone knows and we love too, and they mean a lot to us, so they're on the collection, but Ward and I were lucky enough to go see Bruce at Gillette last year. Yeah. And he's such a songwriter trapped in a rock star.
It's true, yeah.
That we really gravitated to, because we're big fans of songwriting. Yeah. Good lyricism and great structure. And we chose a lot of his maybe under the radar songs, but they are some of the best written songs. Yeah. I mean... The guy's too good.
Like that song alone. I mean, coming from my own perspective of someone who's trying to write songs and tell stories and tell their own story. But Bruce just really has done that so consistently well.
Yeah.
And Reason to Believe is so cool because it's like little vignettes strung together that really create an emotion. By the time that song's over, it's just a moving, powerful song.
No wonder why you guys got to 16 so easily. This is
we could have done 72 for Springsteen. You know?
Yeah.
Did you find what you were looking for? Is this?
I did. So let me press play here.
Yeah. There you go. That'll work.
Seen a man standing over a dead dog by the highway in a ditch. He's looking down, kind of puzzled, poking that dog with a stick. Got his car door flung open, standing out on Highway 31. Like if he stood there long enough, that dog get up and run. It struck me kind of funny, seemed kind of funny, sir, to me. At the end of every hard-earned day, people find some reason to believe.
Very cool. I think I know why you did the bullet mic now. I hear the same hollowness of that. Like maybe that's the wrong word, but that's what I'm going for.
Well, and his original version is pretty lo-fi.
Yeah.
And when we were getting to sit in the producer's chair, like Greg was saying to the engineer, we want this to sound like it's coming out of an iPhone.
Yeah, sure.
Like if it could have that sound.
Yeah.
So we wanted a ton of reverb. We didn't
coming
want
from
it
a
to
singular
be
source.
Right.
Yeah. Greg ultimately had the vision.
Yeah.
For that one, because I was ready to be like.
Yeah.
I thought we could rock it up and have some really moving drums and a.
But it lost its vocal thing. The lyrics are so poignant in that song that if you kind of like Chuck Berry it, you don't care as much about the lyrics. Who knows? We'll ultimately find out if people think we made the right choice or not.
Well,
very true.
Less is more sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? It's funny too with that fan. I mean, I know you guys probably know this at this point because whenever you take on a Springsteen project, you have that rabid fan base that's not only listening but listening intently and ready to just comment on it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys.
We're preparing ourselves for that. We're like okay, I think this is going to find an audience. And I'm sure there's going to be some critique, and at the end of the day, I hope there's more people who are like, I like what these guys did, and they're not chasing Bruce, they're honoring Bruce, and they're doing it in their own way.
Historically, that's the way to go, right? When you don't try to be him and you take your own take on it, that's the people tend to like that. So we won't tell them what to think, but hey, go get the record.
Yeah, fire it up, listen to it, make up your own minds, and if you like it or hate it, let us know. We want to hear feedback on this.
Yeah. I love that. Were you guys going to do another Bruce one? Did you have one in your pocket? Or
yeah.
Don't let me.
Sticking with the theme of cars, and we ended up putting a '78 Camaro on the album cover.
Oh yeah, there we go. Lovely. Whose car?
Greg's friend. She did everything for us. She got the car. She did all the artwork. Greg's friend Leah Hughes. She's an amazing artist.
Nice job, Leah.
She did such a nice job. And that album is one half. So when the second album comes out, they actually pair together to make one full car.
That's beautiful. Well done.
That's some marketing right there.
Yeah.
That is well done. Lord Hayden and the Outliers live at Drew's house. Take it away, boys.
You want to still in car?
Yeah, let's do it.
married, swore we'd never part. Little by little, we drifted from each other's heart. First I thought it was just restlessness that would fade as time went by and our love grew deep. But in the end it was something more, I guess, that tore us apart and made us weak. Now I'm driving a stolen car down on Eldridge Avenue. Each night I wait to get caught, but I never do. She asked if I remember those letters I wrote when our love was young and bold. She said last night she read those letters and they made her feel 100 years old. Now I'm driving a stolen car on a pitch black night, and I tell myself I'm gonna be alright, 'cause I ride by night. I travel in fear that in this darkness I'll disappear. Down on Eldridge Avenue. Each night I wait to get caught, but I never do.
So good. Ward Hayden and the Outliers. Live at Drew's house from our Newburyport studios here. A music show as we enter spring weather out there finally. Very nice, guys. You guys sound great in here. You like the room? First time in the room?
Yeah. Sounded very nice.
Good room. So this is everybody knows I work at WBZ in Boston too, and Ward and Greg were nice enough to come to WBZ too and did a little jam session for the iHeart folks. So you guys are busy. I keep calling you road warriors because I notice I slip up on that every time I say it. It's a hard thing for me to say, but you guys do love to play and get out there and just it's I don't know, it's I guess a good work ethic, but I mean you love to play these songs, especially when you're releasing new music. So
totally.
There's no greater job, in our opinion. So
yeah,
we're gonna do it if people want us.
well, Greg and I it's funny, we're both South Shore guys. Yes. Greg's from Brockton, I'm from Situate, and we've both worked a number of jobs. I mean, Greg worked in roofing. I was painting houses for a couple years. I mean, I worked in a restaurant. We've done a lot of things, and this is the only job I think either one of us has had where people clap for us every 3 minutes.
There you go.
tried a lot of things, worked a lot of places. I don't know if anyone ever clapped for me ever at any of those other jobs, but this one they do. And I really, really am appreciative of that.
That is funny. I told this story once recently. My dad was he had a wedding band in Boston for many years, and that's what he did full time when I was growing up.
Wow.
And he had I remember just one day I was young and apparently very insightful because he was complaining about the band. People think it's easy, Drew. Huge egos. This guy thinks he's, James Brown, yada yada yada. All that. And he was complaining in a moment of father-son talk in the car, just venting. And I said, we were driving through Boston, I remember, and there was somebody dangling off a skyscraper, like painting or cleaning windows or something. And I just, first thing that came to me is, it could be that guy, you know? And he told me, as I got older, he goes, when you said that, I was probably 10 years old maybe, he goes, that stuck with me forever. He's like, it was a winter day, I think.
He needed to hear it.
Yeah, like,
That's cool.
Just a little comment. And I just always remember my dad telling that story later in life. And I was like, I do actually remember saying it.
Perspective is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's the lesson.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I'm sure maybe that guy loves his job. I'm just saying, I knew my dad wouldn't.
Yeah, if you knew a job you love, then you're in the right job.
Sure.
That's all it is. We just happen to love carrying instruments around, playing them.
I think we got lucky.
Yeah.
It is going in and out of place. Some places are easier to play than others, right? Some of these venues around here.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you're carrying amps up like 3 flights of stairs, and there's a place we play in Sweden, and it's like you have to load in through the front, then you have to load into an elevator, then you have to load out of the elevator, then you have to bring it through this whole hall. It's like,
and I got stuck in the elevator on the way out, and I couldn't get out.
You got stuck in
every floor except for the one I needed to go to, and I was just in the elevator.
Oh wow!
And that was a fun day.
That was in Sweden.
Here I am
in Sweden.
Yeah,
stuck in an elevator in Sweden.
Yeah,
there's like a song title there maybe somewhere.
There's something there. Not all venue load-ins are created equal. That's for sure.
They love you there though.
So Sweden's been great. Scandinavia on the whole has just been like unbelievable. We really got lucky. We were touring out west. We were playing in Colorado, and an agent from Norway was visiting the States, and like literally stumbled upon a poster for the show.
Oh wow!
And went. And then we got a message a couple days later, and he was saying, he's from Oslo, Norway. He saw that we do some European touring. Would we want to come to Norway? Yeah. And we did. And we went over, and like we became immediate friends with him and the whole crew at the record label. They've been amazing to us. They got us in touch with another agency in outside Stockholm, Sweden. So that got us into Sweden. And then they keep having us back. So like once or twice a year, we get to spend 4, 5, 6 weeks on these tours over in Scandinavia.
That is awesome. You guys, that's great. You enjoy the travel and all that, yeah?
It's been going really well. Yeah. Like they always bring us over when it's cold, and I know it's cold there a lot. And then like we even did a festival in Norway like 2 summers ago, and it was July. And
Middle of July.
And I love Norway. I mean, they really got so much beauty in that country. And I had to buy a winter coat. In like 2 days into the festival, I was like, I am absolutely freezing. Like it's July, but it was really cold. Yeah. And then this year, or last year, I should say, we toured in January and February, and then we got to go back in August and September. And August and September, the contrast between January, it was remarkable. Wow, like to see no snow, to not have to drive in snow, it was
there was
beautiful.
Plenty of sunlight.
So there was the window of sunlight wasn't like 3 to 4 hours. There was a lot less gray. So this year we're going back again in August and September.
There you go.
So we said after that, we're like, can you bring us back this time of year every year? This is amazing.
Sometimes we make good choices.
Yeah.
Every now and again. Yeah.
That's the daylight saving thing we just go through. That for some reason got me this year. I was like dragging.
Me too. I'm still dragging. Yeah. Like and so I am not a watch guy, and a week ago I got a watch, and it's it's a silly little watch. I love Garbage Pail Kids from the 1980s. It's a Garbage Pail Kid watch. Okay. And it costs $25, and it has an alarm, and I can't shut the alarm off, so it keeps waking me up, and then
sounds terrible.
Oh, it's driving me crazy. Yeah. Like my wife played around with it for like an hour last night trying to shut the alarm off, and she's good with technology, and she couldn't do it. So I've just accepted I either need to like grow immune to this alarm or stop wearing the watch.
You might have to get rid of the watch.
It's making daylight savings worse because I keep getting woken up in the middle of the night. Like,
and your kids' ages are what again?
So I have a newly minted 4-year-old and a 9-month-old.
Yeah.
And
so sleep is precious anyway.
It's been in short supply. Like my 9-month-old is like such a like amazingly happy, beautiful, chubby little baby. She's like comical even, like how, the size of her cheeks. But like she is the worst sleeper in like the history of babies. She's just not a fan of nighttime sleep.
Loves life. Gotta stay awake.
She does. Yeah. I was up all night last night, like trying every trick in the book. Yeah. And daylight savings has really thrown her off. She was starting to get better with sleeping at regular hours, and then since daylight savings, because it's it's a disruption. Yep. She's just like fighting it again, and like she was up way past her bedtime last night. Like I was doing everything under the sun, and Greg's actually going back to Situate with me tonight. We have a photo shoot in the morning, very early, so he's going to get the full.
Yeah, I'm going to live in the Hayden house for the night.
The full 9-month-old baby experience tonight. Maybe you can actually try to put Marilyn to bed.
A night you need sleep, you can come live at my place.
Oh man, that's too funny. Well,
I sleep better on tour. I really did. Like,
not with that watch, you don't.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah. Now, if this watch comes on tour, I won't.
Have you grown attached to the watches until?
Well, like I wanted this watch for a little while, and I'd been looking at them online, and I'm a collector. I like the things that have mattered to me. I'm a true believer. I hang on to those things, and in the 80s, my babysitter's sons collected Garbage Pail Kids. And they got me into Garbage Pail Kids, and I have spent my adult years. I collect other things. I like country music memorabilia, Elvis memorabilia. Yeah. But
you don't have to hedge this. This is fine. You can be
okay. Yeah. But Garbage Pail Kids, the artwork, there's a nostalgic attachment to Garbage Pail Kids that is just it's just something that I love. I mean, I'm on Facebook groups where I connect with other people around the world about silly little cards and the artwork, and I'm in touch with the artists that made it. I mean, in fact, Tom Bunk, who is one of my favorite Garbage Pail Kid artists, every time we come out with a new album, I send him one.
Wow.
Yeah. He likes rockabilly music, so if it's rockabilly tinged,
that is hilarious.
Yeah,
I bet you didn't see this interview going in that direction, did you?
It's all about the watch here, Drew.
I get a lot of wristwear here. See,
yeah.
And some of it's like the nephews made it for you and stuff. And
nice. And some friendship bracelets.
Yeah, there's a little Dave Matthews. Before Taylor Swift, there was Dave Matthews fans who used to trade bracelets in the pit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a couple of those.
So Taylor borrowed that from Davers.
I don't want to get into the whole thing. Have you ever been on the Taylor Swifties' bad side? It's not a good. We love her. She's great, and enjoy your bracelet share. But yes, no, Dave was doing it before. There's some good lyrics on there. And,
that's cool.
Some different years.
Maybe the Outliers need to have a bracelet thing.
I like it. There you go.
I like accessories.
Yeah, for now, it's the watch. Awesome. Well, so for people who are just getting to know you here, hopefully it's more that love you at this point. But where can they find your music? Are you good with the Instagram and all that stuff?
Yeah, we stay active on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, on Threads now, and our website, Ward Hayden and the Outliers.com. We're updating that all the time. Our tour dates are on there, and
cool.
And obviously would love for people to track us down and stay in touch.
Awesome. Yeah, there's plenty of local shows. I know I've seen you guys come through here several times. One night was after it was like a second show of the day for you, I remember correctly, right? I think you were closing out a festival was it the Newburyport Brewery, did we say?
Yes. Yeah.
That's the which is a fine place. But yeah, I remember I think we're going to make it. We're going to be there.
Yeah, we played the Moxie Festival up in Maine.
Yep.
And we hit a storm where like the skies darkened and turned black.
Oh, wow.
It was like when a tornado is about to hit.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Kind of weather. But we made it, and the weather held up in Newburyport. So
there you go.
Yeah.
It can be a little wild out there on these port towns,
Oh yeah.
Well, and you wanted to see the Pink House too.
Yeah. I can't believe that's not going to be there for much longer.
I know it's been an odd fight for many years, I guess. But I don't know. We'll see where it plays out. But I do think the days are numbered of the Pink House. Plum Island is a lovely music spot too. A lot of the Newburyport musicians were.
Save the Pink House.
There might be a chance you're too late, but a last-ditch effort from Ward Hayden. Very good.
It's got my support.
Thank you guys for coming to Newburyport. Thank you guys for a great
pleasure.
day in general. I know it's not the easiest place for you guys to get to, and it's very nice of you to do it before your photo shoots and all that stuff. So, you guys want to bring us home with one, or
Sure.
Yeah, you want to do one off the South Shore record? I know we're on the North Shore, but our latest
I like it.
original record. I'm from Scituate. Greg's from Brockton. We're South Shore guys, and they say write what you know, and we've certainly been doing that. Let's do. You want to do Breaking Up with My Hometown, or you want to do something else?
Let's do Breaking Up.
Breaking Up.
Big thanks to Maeve Power, too, for putting it all together today. We appreciate you, Maeve. Thank you. Sarah Hayden, the boss. Ryan Rothberg. Lily Doucette, our small but mighty team here in Newburyport. Thank you, guys. Ward Hayden and the Outliers bringing us home.
There's always something there to keep you wondering. Always something there to draw you in. A little pain in your heart, an ember and a spark, a flicker and a flame. Then it's gone again. Here I go again, breaking up in my hometown, left a long time ago. Always thought I'd settle down. Always thought I'd return some kind of hero. Heart's been broken ever since. Here I go again, breaking up in my hometown. Breaking up in my hometown. Breaking up in my hometown. My hometown. Breaking up with my hometown. There's always something there to keep you wondering. Always something there to draw you in. A little pain in your heart, an ember and a spark, a flicker and a flame. Then it's gone again. Here I go again, breaking up my hometown, left a long time ago. Always thought I'd settle down. Always thought I'd return some kind of hero. Heart's been broken ever since. Here I go again, breaking up in my hometown. Breaking up in my hometown. Breaking up in my hometown. My hometown. Breaking up with my hometown. Breaking up in my hometown. Breaking up in my hometown. Breaking up with